Hey, it's Dr. Bruce and welcome back. Today we're going to be seeing if you've been doing your homework. So, have you decided what business you're in? Have you decided actually, are you accident injury? Are you relief care? Are you health and wellness? What is your business? And this is something we have to really identify. What I want to talk about today is introducing vitalism as an alternative to mechanism. What I mean by that is, if you're in one of the prior situations, accident, injury, or pain relief type practice, you're really following more of a medical model, a treatment model. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's your routine, like with anybody else. You have a better mousetrap. You have a better technique. Unfortunately, you're in competition with the allopaths. And as insurance gets less and less, as more and more emphasis is on healthcare, I believe people, it says this. When people are in pain, they search for alternatives. So in other words, if they're doing something that they've done for a long time and it's no longer working, they will start questioning status quo. If they're following, let's say, a medical regime and they're always sick, they're always tired, nothing seems to be the same, they're always taking something, after a while, that's when people begin questioning. They question status quo, and they search for alternatives. If people are having problems with their health, and they search for alternatives, and they basically find the same thing in a different package, taking something else trying to cover up those symptoms, it doesn't really resonate. What I have found is when people come in and we are totally different. In other words, we promote our difference. We show them basically, cause and effect, and give them the whole idea of chiropractic, and they go, great, this is something that I'm looking for, something different. So don't be afraid to be different. In fact, it's actually a good thing when people are looking around. So in that situation then, I do a thing called the dinner talk. And I use the idea of the dinner talk, I call it dinner talk, and I've been doing this for years. It's people have their points of view about it. I'm telling you, next to in-office new patient orientations, I call them, for referrals, this has always been, bar none, the best program I've used. I have used this for literally years. Built most of my practices from this program. I realize this, people will always come, they're always hungry, and they'll always come and listen to things, when they can get a free meal out of the deal. So we promote our information. We promote the talk as a doctor speaking tonight on how to have increase in health and vitality. You can talk about symptoms. If you're, doctor talking tonight how to relieve chronic, pain. Try to be general. I don't try to be specific in your marketing as far as your technique. And don't be specific even talking about chiropractic in your marketing, because people, they think they know about chiropractic, and that's the problem. Remember the principle, you can't teach anybody what they think they already know. And most people may even try a chiropractor. And God bless all chiropractors, but some chiropractors, I've gotten patients from chiropractors that never even had adjusted the patient before. And that's scary. They've gone in there and done a therapy program on them, and pretty much same as, before, just trying to treat symptoms. So they didn't get really excited about chiropractic. They didn't learn the difference. So what I want to do basically is just talk about, doctor speaks on a new technology for chronic pain sufferers. New technology for those people that are suffering from whatever you seem to be wanting to deal with. And that's how you promote the program, and you come and talk about it. And you introduce chiropractic, in a certain, subtle way on that night. I don't personally believe that when I'm doing new patient orientations, that's in my office for people who've accepted care. Now I go deeper on chiropractic. My out-of-office talks are designed to get suspicious people interested. So I don't go into technique. I don't go into, deep into chiropractic. I just talk about the function, the necessity of the nervous system. I talk about a chiropractic lifestyle. I don't use chiropractic lifestyle. I just talk about lifestyle. And I try to pretty much, get them thinking without putting any words into the mix that would cause them to make a snap judgment or a prejudgment. So they get the message. Now, when they understand, about lifestyle, they understand about interference, understand about the nervous system controlling all the facts of the body. We now offer them an opportunity to come into our office and have a lifestyle analysis. To see why they're having problem, and see if there's something we can do to help them get rid of their chronic pain. And then when they come into the office, we then move them through our new patient process, which educates them deeper, and they accept care, and they go into our in-office visit, our in-office talk, where they learn more about chiropractic. So chiropractic is something that I have found, I give them information slowly. And I think that sometimes we give too much too fast, which allows them to make a snap decision if they like it or don't like it. And I want people to get information slowly. As they get information slowly, they can actually assimilate it and understand it. So this is how I start my talk. Please sit back and enjoy the journey to discover how you can have incredible health and an incredible life. And that's pretty much the start of our talk. We have these talks. Part of that will be on our program called the Total New Practice Blueprint, where we'll have it all in a PowerPoint ready for you to use. But this is how we use it. This is why we use it. So just to recap really quickly, we talked today about asking you, have you decided what kind of business you're in? Have you decided what your practice focus is going to be? What's going to be your mainstream? Accident, injury, or family wellness? Now, doesn't mean if you're family wellness, you can't do accident injury. Don't forget that. My practice was always a family wellness practice, always. Yet I did PI, I did work comp. I did all those other things because I loved it. Number one, I loved PI because I liked writing reports. My reports, educated people about chiropractic, and for me, it gave me the opportunity to put my chiropractic message on public record. I wanted to go to court, therefore I never got there. I never got to court in 30-something years. I did a lot of depositions, and I was a strong witness in the deposition, and usually we would settle after the deposition. So never had to go to court, and always wanted to. Maybe that's why I never got to. I don't know. But understand, foundationally, when a patient comes to my office for an accident injury, we process them like a family wellness patient. We process them understanding what chiropractic is, and then educate them as to their injury and how we're going to take care of that, and also then how we're going to follow up. So get your focus in mind and start preparing to get some outside talks and start rocking this thing. I'll see you on the next slide.